Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. Before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. If you want to leave a comment, question, feedback, any topic that you want me to give you my take on it, put it in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to do so. If you want to connect with me on other social media outlets, by all means, on Facebook, you can search for me, Carlos Flores Jr., Flores with an S. On Instagram and on X and on Threads, you can type in at Back on Basics. And on WhatsApp, you can actually type in at Back on Basics 9985. So, today's topic is about being thankful. Why? Being thankful because of what we have. Being thankful for the things, the people, the support that we get, the lessons that we learn. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it's towards the end of the year now. I know that some of us are putting together our to-dos, our goals for the next year. We're looking at how we can balance our lives, how we can have mind, body, emotional balance. And so there's different steps. In psychology, remember, I think it was about 6 or 7 months ago that I talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where the first rung, it's all the basic things, food, water, shelter. And then if you would go to the security, and then it would go to the rung all the way to self-actualization, which means that you have met goals, you have done things to move ahead, and you are, in your own definition, you're successful. And so, but remember this, not everybody's as fortunate as we are. And that's the thing. So we have to realize and accept the fact that we are fortunate to have what we have. We should humble and actually be empathetic with the others that do not. I mean, it's unfortunate that others do not have it, but they do at some level of fortune. And so, for example, for me, I guess the monetary, the money, the things, I mean, are not as important as family, friends, connections that we have, our support system with which you are part of, and I am part of your support system. And so those things and people, those are very important. Objects, things, money can be made and can be lost as well. Remember, it can go both ways. But what I want to emphasize is that whenever you look at your life and whenever you see the fortunes that you have and whenever you feel very fortunate to have everything that you have, right, at this moment, you have to realize that, we have to be mindful that others are not as fortunate as we are. Others are dealing with demons in their heads. Others are dealing with illnesses in their bodies. Some don't know that the illnesses are going on in their bodies. I mean, for me, my dad was like that. I mean, he was the healthiest. My mom and dad would always go walking, and I've said this for an hour and a half at least. I mean, but then all of a sudden it just kicked in and cancer kicked in. And it was unfortunate because he lived with it as it was getting worse and worse and worse. And so, I mean, that taught me a lesson. It taught me to appreciate everything that I have. Not necessarily monetarily, not necessarily, things, but more like the people around me. Family, and I just said this, right? Support system. I mean, I appreciate every person that supports me, have supported me, and will support me in the future, because I know that that's something that they're willing to do. They're willing to support me. They're willing to help me move forward. They're willing to make sure that I have the things, that I have the connections to move forward, to have that mind, the body, and the emotional balance. And so we have to be, again, we have to be fortunate. We have to make sure that, that we feel good about what we're doing, because a lot of the times other people do not. Even, and, you know, and the thing is that as we're thankful for what we have, others don't. Others don't see it. I mean, you could be a billionaire and still feel like you're missing something. You can have all the degrees in the world, but still feel like you don't have enough knowledge or education under you. You can be the best worker in your business, or at work, but you can still feel like you're not. Because remember, we get in our heads, we start thinking different than what I'm telling you to do, what I'm suggesting you to do. Not telling you, I'm suggesting you to do. My apologies. And so I want to make sure that you look at things from all perspectives, because you are fortunate to have things that others don't. And you are fortunate to have the things that others have. Yes, there's people that are richer than us. And yes, there's people that seem happier than us. And yes, there's people that have the things that they've, that they collected, that they've gathered, that they bought, that they won. I mean, but you got to understand this. Some of those people took a long time to get there. They worked and worked and worked, and they were thankful for their support system. And they were making sure that they were thankful for the things that they had, the relationships that they had, the connections that they had, that mentality, looking at different aspects of your life and giving you recommendations, so that way you can change, so that way you can succeed. Those are a lot of the things that you do. Bottom line, there's people that are poor, and you know what? They have and are thankful for having food at the table, having a roof under their heads, having a roof over their heads. Sorry, I'm thinking, having the capacity to use other people to support them, and to use other people to give them advice, so that way they can move forward. I mean, again, be humble, ladies and gentlemen, be humble, because it could happen to anybody. Illnesses can happen to everybody. Look at my dad. We weren't expecting it. I thought my dad was going to live close to the time that my grandma, his mom, lived, which was around 90. But no, he was in his early 70s. And I get it. It was because of cancer, but still, right? He knew, he realized, he felt like he had everything that he needed. And he was content in the last few days. And as my mom and my dad went back to El Salvador, and he met all the friends, and people kept on coming to interact with him, even when he couldn't speak, I knew that he was content, right? I knew that he was thankful, that he was back there, that he was talking to family members that he hadn't seen or would see for the last time. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm telling you this. Be thankful for what you have. Material things you can always get, but those connections with your family members, with your loved ones, with people around you that are helping you, even though you don't know that they're helping you, that is being thankful for. And again, remember, right? No matter how bad your day is, somebody else is having a worse day. No matter how much you think you don't have, there's always somebody that doesn't have even half of what you have. So be thankful, be mindful, and make sure that you always greet somebody with a smile, that you're always connecting with somebody and seeing what they need and what you can help them with, or at least give them a different perspective. Remember, be thankful for the things that you have. Be thankful for the family members that you have. Be thankful for the people that are always supporting you. Till next time, back on basics.